Welcome back, everyone. I'm Crane Bramp, your old brainiacs, and welcome to Season 2 of Empire of Madness, where we're Cthulu-worshiping slavers out to warp the rim in our master's dark images. Or just call it a war crime a day keeps the tentacles away. So grab a cup of ambrosia, open one of those grilled meals over in the fridge, and let's take over the rim. Wait, Season 2? What happened to Season 1? Well, TLDR, I'm an idiot. Usually, I make local copies of my mods so they won't update. They caught me slipping this time. Combat Extended updated, and they rolled a patch that I was using into the base code and removed the patch that I was using completely from the workshop. And that basically broke ammo production for the entire save. And I didn't realize it until I went to make some new ammo, and all the options for the ammo were gone. I'd also overwritten my autosaves by then. I tried for a considerable amount of time to save it, but alas, it was dead. So this left me in kind of a quandary because I was really enjoying this playthrough. So after some thought, Season 2 it is. Now, on the positive side, this has given me an opportunity to refresh my mods, get everything updated, roll a few new ones in, and do a bit of tweaking and testing. This time I've made local copies, backed them up, backing up my save folders daily. The mod list XML is in the description. As always, I would highly recommend checking out the mod list as it's extensive. We're running right at 360 mods this run. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get rolling. Just like Season 1, we'll be using a custom scenario, Crashlanded double population. The only thing I've done is add 2 people and only 25% more resources, so you still get that give and take that Rimworld is so famous for. The biggest thing is food. With 5 people, as soon as we hit the ground, we have to immediately start growing zones or we're going to start starving. We're again using Cassandra Classic with the double population. Adventure Story is where we'll start, and then we'll work our way up. Reload anytime mode because we're running almost 360 mods and we're liable to crash or anything is liable to happen. But, as always, I always play permadeath. We're using realistic planets for world generation. I usually like to generate about 50% of the globe. On realistic planets, I used forest worlds, and let's see what the map has in store for us. Well, game, that is one crowded map with a bunch of enemies, and the agency is right out here in the middle. All right, guys, so what we're looking for this time, I really wanted to do Redwood Forest last time. We couldn't find anything. I wanted Boreal, couldn't find anything that satisfied what I wanted. So we're going to try this again, see if we can get a Redwood Forest so that we can have some Sequoia to make stuff out of. I'll be right back as soon as I see if the map wants to cooperate with me. The map has been about as cooperative as a Rimworld map is going to be. I've got a hex right here by a road. We're surrounded by enemies. We are in the Redwood Forest, 30 out of 60 days on our growing. No caves, which I do prefer, and sandstone and marble for our rocks. Also, we have an insectoid infestation right over here that ought to really give us some joy a little bit into the game. So let's go on and get our colonists together. We are going to use Prepare Carefully. We're going to use the same characters that we used from Season 1 since we didn't get to finish that. Feel free to pause this as I go through them, but we have Rosalina the computer, Liana the inventor, Oaks the medic, Shinasu our castaway, and finally our royalty guy, Wilhelm our surgeon. So, let's get started. It's good to be back in the rim, even if we're crash landed. Oh man, day 1, there's always so much to do. Alright, so before we get started, let's take a look at the map. Not too bad. I really love this area though. We can probably just like slap an embrasure across here and we have this whole... Man, there's 3 steam geysers in here. Well, I'm not going to do steam power this time around, but this will give us plenty of heat so that we can use transparent roofing and do some farming. All right, so let's get all of our chunks marked first and marked for deconstruction. Now let's take a look around. I've got some stuff down here. Granite, a little bit of bonecrete. What are these? Are these all coolers? Yeah, I will claim those and uninstall them immediately. That'll save us quite a bit of stuff. In fact, what is this other stuff over here? So, marble dresser, awful. We'll scrap that. Steel double bed. I would rather have the steel. Poor, that can be scrapped. Awful, that can be scrapped. You know what? We'll claim and uninstall that. And a marble dresser normal. Okay, we will claim and uninstall that. And then these vents right here are worth a little bit of steel. So we will select all of those and do deconstruct. Okay, that gives us enough to do right there. Where is our ancient danger? I don't see one. That's not big enough, I don't think. Oh, that's a bad thing. That means it's probably up here in the mountain, and we're going to find it, like, when we tunnel in there. Oh, it'll be some good stuff for later. Got a little bit of compacted machinery. What is that right there? That is turquoise. Anything else? What is that? Sapphire. Okay, okay. Looking good, looking good. All right, so let's take a look at our colonists. We need to badge them up. I'm using the Pawn Badge mod. And what I like to do, I'll show you the first couple of how I do them. I go through and I look at their shooting and their melee. Obviously, she is better at shooting. Then I take a look at her medical. It is crap, so she will not be self-tending, but she has a good combat. So I set her to attack. Same thing with Liana. I'll look at her. It looks like her shooting is better, so we mark her as a shooting skill. Her medical is crap, so she will not be self-tending, and she has decent combat skills, so we'll set her to attack. So let me go through and do the rest of these. I'll be right back. All right, that is done. We have Rosalina as ranged, Liana as ranged, and Shinasu as ranged. And the way I want to set this up is, Liana, where are you? Liana, I would like you. Where is the Enfield? To pick up and equip the Enfield. Rosalina, I would like you to get the 44, and Oaks, I need you to get this plasteel knife. Let's go on and unforbid everything. All right, next thing that we need to do is work on wood and our structures. So we'll go on and set all this to chop. I think we're going to make our initial stockpile and beds up here. So this is going to have to be cut anyway. And then I want to set all this to cut. This is way more wood than we're going to need, but I always like to have fuel because we're going to do wood-fired generators at first. We're going to move into chem fuel, but wood-fired generators at first. Let's set up our numero uno stockpile zone. I will make it right there, and we will allow chunks in there. So we've got everything set to chop. We've got our initial zone. We need to get down our beds. We're going to need 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since this is where we're going to sleep, then we're going to go on and do a structure, do a wooden wall right across here to leave one space for a door and stick a door in there. This is pretty wide, so we'll go on and get a wooden column in the middle to help with structure for the roof, and then we will go build roof area, and I want all of that built into roof. Finally, we need to expand our home zone out. I want all of this to be home zone. We're also going to need embrasures down here. Let's go on and do them. I think I'm going to do it across like that and then throw a wooden wall there. That allows me to see the extent of my home zone, so I can just come in here, go about right there, and our home zone is done, and then turn off automatically expanding the home zone area. That way I can control the home zone area completely good. There's a little bit of serpentine right there. Really nice gemstones. We need to get our rally point done. I'm just going to throw it down there so that we can get rid of that. The beds are being worked on. We haven't done our work priorities yet. I'll get to that in a moment. Recreation, we'll just throw down a wooden horseshoe pin to start it out. And finally, we need to take a look at the new Empire mod update. There has been a really cool update to it. You now have a trait system. Your colony levels up as you do Empire type things like creating settlements, making successful raids or enslavement raids, capturing settlements, and all that good stuff. So we're going to close this right here, and then we're going to go right over to the settlement tab. We're going to go to overview. We're going to select a new trait. There are 8 of them. You can pause as I go down to see what these are. Resilient, raiders, defense in depth, industrious, road builders, mercantile, and innovative. Innovative is the one that I like so far. Settlements passively generate research points equal to 5% of their total profit. And you know that we got to have the knowledge. So it's going to ask us to verify that because you cannot change it after you make this. And we're going to say yes. We'll work on naming our faction and everything else here in a little while. All right, so there's our Iron Alliance discount. I believe that we have everything that we need so far, and we can just speed up at this point and let our colonists work. Yep, looks like it. So I will see you guys on the other side. All right, guys, so all this is almost done, but I realized going through this that I forgot to make my growing zones. I'm such an idiot sometimes. So let's go on and do a 9 by 9 right here. We're going to make that rice. Then we're going to skip 2 blocks so that the blight cannot jump. And we're going to make another zone. 1, 2. We'll do it right here. We'll do a 9 by 9 again. This one right here is going to be corn. And we're going to need a smaller zone right here. So 1, 2, come down to 5, go out to about right there, and make this heal root. Now, I am going to get a warning here that nobody has a skill high enough to do heal root. That's fine. I want the zone to already be there and already be ready when somebody gets that. Finally, we need one more growing zone, and that one is going to be one. So the way we're going to do our guest beds is we always refuse visitors until we have guest beds. Thank you for that interruption, game. So we'll just refuse them, and then we are going to pull this back out and do our growing zone again. We're going to do about another 9 by 9, and this one is going to do wheat so that we can be baking bread. All right, so we also have new lovers. We have Wilhelm and Rosalina. So we'll have to worry about getting them a bed later on. We're going to do a barracks. I'm not quite worried about this. This is done. This is roofed, so we need to start worrying about power. So let's go on and get our structure. We're going to run from about right here to here and then come all the way over. Also, we have finally got our eerie tree, which means that this is part of the Cthulhu mod. At some point, someone will go check this out and start writing a grimoire, and we can start up. It's going to be Rosalina. I see you, Rosalina. I see you down there investigating the occult. All right, so we're going to cancel that while she's doing that. We'll put our wooden door there. Rosalina, the computer, has begun obsessively writing pages of strange symbols. She is receiving a revelation from the elder gods, and she has completed the grimoire. Rosalina has no memory of the writing that is still slightly dampened from the sweat of her labors. It's a ghastly book filled with strange alien language that's not readily understood. The ominous-looking diagrams of ritual sacrifices and spells within the tome has some colonists unnerved by its occult nature, whereas others have proposed setting up a proper research center to further study the secrets held within. Now, we'll be able to take that grimoire and create an occult research bench. However, we are not going to do that at the moment, probably episode 2 or 3, because you can only research either tech or occult, and we have some tech that we need to get out of the way. Speaking of research, let's go on and get our production tab open, get us a simple wooden research bench. Histronic, Rosalina, she is in minor pain. Well, Rosalina, I can't really help you with that at the moment. You're just going to have to deal with that. Why exactly are you in pain to begin with? It looks like she has sanity loss, which is what's messing her up. All right, well, you know, there is pain when you start losing your sanity. So let's get a couple of more structures done here. Let's do that. Let's put a wooden wall right here, and then we're going to pull out power. Wood-fired generator, give me 1, 2 of those. And then finally, we're going to need power conduits. We'll run it up this way, all the way out this way. And I saw that botched construction. Don't think I didn't see that, folks. I did see you botch that. All right, so that's our power room. We'll also have some batteries over there. We need to make a kitchen and a cooler. So let's get our structure up. Wooden walls are not very good insulators, but we're just going to have to deal with that. This can be reinstalled out here somewhere. Give me these wooden doors. We're going to put 2 right there. And then, will somebody move this, please? Will somebody please, like, come move this? Will you go move that, please? Thank you very much, sir. I know you were working on something else, but I do appreciate it. All right, there's that. That gives us an airlock in, which will help some with the cold. Did we get those coolers? Yes, we did. So let's go on and install this cooler right here. We don't have to waste any steel, and we don't have to waste any components. All right, so we got some information. This is just for colonist groups, and we have our ambushed count, which is our very first royalty quest. Tiberius Playfoe, account of the Exodus Empire, is calling from nearby. His guards were killed in an ambush. He escaped, but is now being followed by a man-hunting spider. The stuff of nightmares. All right, Playfoe wants you to keep him safe at the settlement for a few hours until the shuttle can come pick him up. He will bestow 8 honor on whoever accepts this quest. It's enough to receive the royal title of yeoman and all benefits that come with it, including the first level of psychic powers. We will take that with Vittelheim. Vittelheim. All right, so Failpo joins. We need to do... We're going to restrict everybody to home. It probably would not hurt at this point to go on and expand an area, say, right here or so, and then go over here to manage areas and rename that to graze for when we do get some animals. Speaking of animals, we need to train our housekeeper cat. We're going to set it to rescue and also haul, as well as guard and tame. It won't start cleaning until we do that and get it tame and get it trained a little bit so that it will actually clean. And I think that puts us in a fairly good position. Failfoe should come up here and get inside. The man-hunting spider has arrived, and it looks like it's plenty far away from him, so I'm not worried about that too much. Looks like he'll make it in with no real issues. And I'm going to hold everybody inside for right now. Normally, I would, like, come out here and kill it, but unless it hangs around too long, then we won't. All right, so talking about animals, let's take a look at the local wildlife and see what we have. Oh, ground runners. I want those. I want them tamed immediately. Immediately. These little guys will mine for us. We have a 140% tame chance. So we will immediately take that. Anything else? I got wild boars. You can ride those, but they make crap pack animals. And I really don't see anything else. So let's mark all these guys. Is this a breeding pair? Unfortunately not. No, not the cougar. We'll set the does. We'll do the ibexes. And I think that's about it. Nope. We're going to do the turkeys. And we're going to do all the wild boars. So that gets us some meat going now that we have our refrigerator over here. We also want to do a really quick zone. Do like this for our stockpile zone. Out to about right there, maybe. Do the rest of this and put one down there. And then we will select the zone, clear all. And for now, we're going to put food. Go down here to manufactured and put medicine and drugs. All right, I think we got everything at least going. We need to get Pale Flow to jump in the shuttle. So you come over here, sir, and then bye-bye. Our quest is completed. We have Yeoman's, his yeoman ceremony for Wilhelm that we will accept soon. We have the freeholder title gained, and then we'll just get rid of the shuttle arrived. We still have this stupid man-hunting spider down here, but everybody is restricted to the home right now. I want to get a few more things done, so I'm going to fast-forward it one more time, and then we'll come back. We'll see what the spider's doing, and we'll just see how everything's going and go from there. It looks like our zones are doing good over here, so I'm really happy so far. All right, not bad. We've made it pretty far in. Wants us to go on and set up our colony. Next township, Sovereign Federation of Tanai. Sounds good to me. I will take that. And there are a few other things that we need to do really quick. I need to set our first research projects. What I usually do is run battery first. This is because we're running the repower mod. It reduces your idle usage, but it boosts and costs more for active usage. That means you have this really bursty power. So it really helps to have batteries to help with that. And then the other thing that we do for the moment is take a run directly to gun turrets. The reason that is because we get smithing, machining, gunsmithing, blowback operation, and our turrets. It gets us offensive and defensive capabilities and smithing. It's a great run. All right, guys, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit more. However, we're going to get us some light first. Let's sit one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here. We're also going to need power conduits running the rest of the way up here. So we'll run this to here and then come straight across and then go back to our lights. And throw us some initial light up there. All right, let's speed this up a little bit, get some more stuff done, and I will see you on the other side. All right, so we've got several things going on. To begin with, I want to point out that we are running Vanilla Achievements Extended. So there are a ton of new achievements that we can make, and we just made one get raided for the first time. Got a prince that died of some faction. So number of raiders 1, they're going to prepare for a while. What has he got? Nothing but a Tech 9 in poor condition, buddy. You are going to get tore up when you come up here. So we're going to wait for him to attack. Let me speed this up a little bit, and then we'll get our colonists down that are going to fight and go on and get their defensive position set at the same time. Settlers from the Blue Tributary Bandits are beginning their assault. So what we're going to do is we're going to draft Rosalina. We are going to get her down here, and then we are going to draft Liana and bring her down here. Let's get all that done. Here comes our raider. All right, so once they are down there, we're just going to select one, go down here to defensive position, right-click, and just set Save Defensive Position. Now, what that does is from now on, all I have to do when we're under attack is select the character, hit T, it automatically drafts them and sends them to their defensive position. So, Liana will go on and save your defensive position. It looks like she's already drawn a bead on this dude. This dude is in trouble. Oh, there we go. 38 points of damage. Oh, man. She slaughtered that dude. All right. What did you get? Bleeding out in an hour. Shot him in his liver and his humerus and his right arm. Boy, I bet you ain't humorous anymore, are you? R. All right. So let's grab all of this stuff and just say to allow it. He's going to die. There's nothing we can really do about that. We will undraft these guys. And, yeah, let's speed up. Let's let our guys get stuff done. We've got quite a bit to do. And I will be right back with you as soon as we get a little bit farther in. All right, guys, Oaks has successfully tamed our first ground runner. These things are great. You can train them all the way up. There's our battery done. Bulk goods trader. Boy, we got all kinds of stuff going on. So these ground runners are fully trainable. And once you get them trained, they will also mine for you. They are absolutely awesome. We're going to want as many of them as we can. We also had a migration come through. Not really sure what it was, but they're already gone. Here's our trader. So our battery research is finished. We got our trader here. Let's go on and go to power really quick. And let's put down 1, 2, 3 batteries. That ought to do us for right now. I want to grab all these steel slag chunks and just mark them for regular hauling. We have got a ton of wood. I mean, 3,000 and 1,700 sequoia. That is a lot of freaking wood. So we need to also get production. We need a wooden butcher's table. I'm going to put it right here. Let's get somebody to prioritize working on that. Sorry, Oaks, you need to get up. There is no sleeping on the job right now, buddy. I need this built so I can put us some bills on here, which will be butcher creature and do forever. All right, so that gives us our meat. We need to work on our barracks, and we also need to work on food. So I'm going to turn this partially into our kitchen for the moment. Again, this is just starting out. We are going to do other things. So let's put, come on now. Let's put our electric oven. Why don't we do it over here so that it's closer to the fridge? We'll do a steel electric oven, and we will also do an electric stove right here. And then we should be able to do a food prep table once the map image finishes. If you're wondering what the map image is, I use Progress Render, which takes a, I have it currently said it takes a screenshot of the map every 2 days, and my plan is at the end of the series, and we just got another ground runner up there. And our stupid trade caravan is leaving because I've just been gabbing, so goodbye, trader. Appreciate that. But he did leave a gift, a reanimated leather cork hat. Okay, I'll mark that for the haul urgently, whatever that was. And I also want all of these chunks marked to haul. Not haul urgently, but just haul. We have a few people set to haul. We also have the animals. Remember, we got another ground runner. The ground runners need to be set to the graze area only, and they all need to be set to be trained. Let's check and make sure that there's not any more on the map that we can get. No, looks good. All right. I think that's going to be it for the moment. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit. We're going to worry about... I really need to do a floor over here. I mean, really, even if it's nothing but just concrete. I don't want our raw food just sitting on the ground. So we're going to do like that. Come down like this. Like that. Set all this to go concrete floor. All the way out to there. Our barracks are going to be up here. I think what I'm going to do... You know what? We have a bunch of sequoia. We might as well start using it. So we're going to do a sequoia wall right here. We're going to cancel that. Do us a sequoia wooden door. And this is going to be our barracks. So what we're going to do... This will end up getting moved, but what we're going to do... And another thing, floors are a great way to build your construction skill. So, I think what we're going to do... you know what? I kind of feel like rustic is the way to go. So, we're going to do sequoia wooden rustic planks. And I want to square this off to match with this. So, we're going to do it like this. Oh boy, that is a lot of sequoia. Man, I thought I had a lot of sequoia, but I don't have a lot of sequoia. All right, well, that's fine. That's fine. That gives us plenty of stuff to do, and we've still got plenty of sequoias out here. In fact, select similar and chop wood to get us some more sequoia. All right, guys, we're going to speed this up. We're going to let them work on this, and I will be right back with you. All right, everybody, I think this is a good place to cut in. I'm going to try to keep these episodes a little bit shorter than my last ones, probably around 30 minutes. I don't know that I'm going to succeed in that, but we are going to do that as a goal. We have a marriage on. Rosalina told Wilhelm that she wants to spend her life with him. Wilhelm agreed, and the two are now engaged. So let's go over here to miscellaneous. Let's get all of this done. Let's put our trading spot out. I want my traders to come right there. We'll get a meditation spot. We'll just throw it out in the middle. We're going to do our marriage spot in here for right now, along with our party spot. We just want it to be in the barracks. And then let's go on and get our food bill set up, because this is about ready to start getting harvested. So let's start with our steel oven. We're going to want to bake breads, and we're going to want to do that until we get to 250. That gives us 3 breads. The reason I do this is because I like to have different stations, because I have more than one person assigned to cooking. So if I have 2 bills going, then you basically 2 or 3 bills, and then you basically have 2 or 3 times the actual production. So next we're going to do cook simple meals in bulk. We're going to do that to 250. And what I like to do is go on and clear all this and just set it to vegetarian only. That way I can do fine meals that require meat and only have the meat used for the fine meals. But we're only going to do simple to begin with. And then we don't do anything with the food prep table, but I did make a small error. We need to get an electric milling stone in, because we're going to have to do the wheat and grind it into flour. So I'm going to get get him to come down here and finish this really quick. All of this is going. All right, so add a bill. We're going to grind grains into flour. We're going to do until we have 100 of that. I don't think... we'll do 200. We don't really need a bunch of that. And then I also want to grind some cornmeal, but I only need 100 of that. I just want to have some of it on hand. All right, guys, so I think this is a good place to leave the episode. We have got our construction up and going. You can see what the barracks is going to look like. I do play a little bit between episodes, so hopefully when we come back, this will be done. I'll probably organize my beds a little bit different. Then we have our power up and going. Our batteries are recharging. We have our food done. We have our freezer area. We have our butcher bills set up. We have our stockpile area. We have a ton, an absolute ton of wood, almost 5,000 wood, which is absolutely insane. And before I go, let me see here. We got 1,100 steel. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So I want to hit vein mine, and I want to go on and get this. Let's see what else we have. I want this compacted machinery right here to get us some components. And finally, I want to mine this turquoise. The gemstones will let us do gladiuses, but most importantly, they'll be for things like chess tables and recreation. And then if we can find enough, I want to do our throne room in solid gemstone tiles for a floor. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. You know what it is. If you like what you see, if you like what you saw, hit that big red subscribe button. We just made 500 subscribers, and we are on our way to 1,000. Thank you, guys. I am so honored to make content for you. Sorry it's been a little while. Let's get moving on season 2. I will see you guys on the other side.